I've just released a new music clip and a song called Spend It Alone. It's an animation clip and I want to give you a bit of the background story to that project. So if you haven't watched it yet, make sure to watch it now. This project started over 3 years ago. I made the song 3 years ago, I started working on it then. And then over the last 2 years, Tammy, the animator, worked on the animation. Now let me tell you a bit more. Initially, the music was actually made for a video game soundtrack called Where's the Ducking Bomb? The goal of that video game is that you were in your apartment and you had received a message telling you that there's a bomb attached to a duck hidden somewhere in your apartment. And the goal is that you look through your apartment and try and identify which cupboard, what vase, where it has been placed and hidden. You find these notes lying around that are either kind of cruel and saying like, good luck finding it, it's a little trick I'm playing on you, you've got 2 minutes. And other are tips, hints to how to defuse the bomb. So let's say you find the duck, there's this bomb attached to it, there's a code, a pin that you have to get right and cut the correct wire. If not, it will explode as well. So that was the reason for the origin of the music I created. So I had created for the main menu a reggae sounding track, and that's what has become the chorus in Spend It Alone. I didn't have any vocals then, but I just made this really groovy reggae track. So when I finished and sent over the video game with my game developer partner Seppi, where you can check out the game down in the link below. We actually sent it for a video game competition. We won the best audio, so that was a great moment for us. And at the moment I was like, man, I really want to make a lo-fi jazz track. The reason is that I was really inspired by this group called Jazz Boy or Jazz Bois, who make this, I think they have 4 members, they have Rhodes, they have bass, electric bass, drums. Maybe it's only a 3 group actually. I just really like their music and I wanted to make a song incorporating Rhodes, electric bass, punchy drums. To make it really characteristic of lo-fi, you have to have a kick and a snare that's punchy, and those Rhodes and funky bass. So that's what I want for. So as you can guess, the theme of the song is solitude. It's not loneliness, it is solitude. It is about spending time alone and enjoying it. Now, all of these projects that I've mentioned, including making a soundtrack, the video game, and the animation, were made during the COVID-19 pandemic. So I was in a difficult situation living with my parents where my mom was undergoing breast cancer treatment. Therefore, we were in a more vulnerable household. Basically, we were more restricted in terms of going out. But I made the most out of it. I'm very proud to say that my mom is a survivor and she's strong-willed and strong body. And yeah, she went through the treatment, that's crazy. The project was made during solitary confinement, right? It was during this period of alone time that I really reflected on spending time alone, and I encouraged it. Among the themes of the lyrics, there are, the importance of solitude, having mental silence in the sense that having space in the mind gives space outside. I encouraged reading. In that period, it was actually a very important period for me, the solitary confinement, because I started reading about neuroscience of music, neurobiology. And then I also applied to a master's in neuroscience and at King's College, and I got it, and now I'm starting my PhD. It's been 2 months in, and you can check out more about the science I'm researching in this other channel. But in essence, it was a very important period for me to be reading at that time. So that's part of what I'm talking about. I also mentioned exercise. So at the beginning of the video, exercise. I was exercising here at a park because I'm in France at the moment, not in where I live. So I'm always trying to find a way to keep consistent with my exercise routine. And I was waking up first thing in the morning, going to my garden and doing push-ups, doing sit-ups during the COVID-19. I don't remember what exactly motivated me to start doing that, but yeah, I really took that seriously. I stopped for a while, and now I've been going to the gym very regularly, and that's been very positive. These are part of the themes that I'm talking about in this song. I wanted to collaborate with my friend Tammy. She's an animator. We had met at university, we had worked on a few projects then, and I just wanted to send her one song. So I sent her a set of songs and let her listen to and pick her favorite song among all of them. I wanted her to do a very simple looping animation video where the concept would be inspired by other music clips that I had seen by Anderson .Paak, for instance, where you see just a character doing a rhythmic movement and it's repeated, looping until the end of the song. So it's just like a visualizer, something to give a visual sense to the song. So she was very happy with this. She chose Spend It Alone. So I had I sent her about like, I don't know, 10-15 tracks. I don't know why people like some music, especially when I'm working on it. My music I'm talking about, you just get so habituated to it. So I was surprised. Oh, okay, we'll Spend It Alone. But anyway, I was very happy that she chose that, and she immediately asked me to play my bass as if I was playing in an alleyway. So I asked my dad, I gave him my phone, I told him, just film me here where I'm telling you to stand, and I'm in my kitchen, and I'm holding the bass on a sort of angular way, and I'm there jamming to the piece. Send it over as a reference. Another aspect that Tammy asked was to be inspired by Caracas, the capital of Venezuela. I'm half Venezuelan, and I've been going to Caracas a lot. My family lives there as well. It was a curious decision by Tammy, actually. She asked, send me some pictures. I found some Google images of central parts of the capital that I sent her, like Plaza Bolivar, which is a part of the inspiration in the clip for all the plazas basically. And then I also went December afterwards, the next year, to Caracas, and I took some pictures and I sent that over to Tammy as well. It was great. It was great to work with Tammy. So initially I didn't know it was going to be such a rich animation, but she took it to the whole new level. So initially, as I mentioned, I had asked for a 10-second loop, and Tammy seemed to just get her creative juices working over the last 2 years, and I slowly saw the progress of the project, starting off with sketches of the characters, the Manu cat, the musical cat. Then she sent me a few storyboards, giving out an idea of how the animation will be looking like. And then suddenly one day she sends me this beautiful drawing of a theater called Teatro Manu Cap. Like, oh wow, a theater named after my artist name. That's so cool. Like, well, I was very surprised. I even showed it to my mom, who's Venezuelan, and she said, oh, that looks like a theater nearby Plaza Bolivar. And it was very curious that she found it on her own, and she was very passionate about this project. It was like a hobby project, but she's really pushed it forward over the last 2 years, and she started putting in colors and then adding shading to give the 3D impression. When she sent me a version that was like a 5-minute version, I was so surprised to see the cinema scene. So first, as I mentioned, theater named after my artist name. I was like, oh cool. And then the film being shown inside the cinema was actually one of her projects she had done at university. I remember she had shown it to me, and I was so impressed by it. It's just a little old film that's being shown in the cinema. I was thinking, wow, that's such a cool animation. You have to get it out, Do you have any music? She didn't have any music. So I really encouraged her to put it out. I never really heard back about it until I saw this part of the animation, and that was really amazing. I like to say I did not have the chance to speak with Tammy about our experience with the project. We just worked on it on our sides, eventually, giving each other directions and meetings. And so here's a little interview. Mr. Manucat, or Manucat, the cat. Let's start with the obvious. Spend it alone. Do you feel lonely?
No, I just enjoy solitude.
Fantastic. So tell me, why did you decide to have a starring role in this music clip?
You know, my favorite scene is sleeping. The sleeping scene. Yeah, that was the best moment.
Okay, so you like to sleep, and also because it is your music, Mr. Manicat. But that's a good point. Why a cat and not a human?
Well, first of all, cats equals solitude. But more generally, animals are more relatable because it removes cultural, ethnic, and gender connotations.
Wow, that's really good. Okay, well, tell me, why are we in a South American city?
Well, it's because the music had a Latin South American vibe.
Okay, to finish off, Mr. Manucat, what is your message to the audience? I just make cartoons.
Sorry, I was just possessed here by the animator. I just encourage people to sleep more. Take care of yourself. That's all, thanks.
I shared my story on the project, which was a fascinating journey of inspired by COVID times, solitary confinement, inspired by the enjoyment I was getting from solitary time, inspired by a collaboration from a video game that you can play, inspired by other tracks that I love to listen to. Tammy was inspired by a tropical capital of Venezuela, and just pure passion pushing this project until its completion a few weeks ago. The journey has not finished. Make sure to follow us, make sure to subscribe, to like, watch the video again if you have watched it before. I will see you very soon for more insights about the creative journey.